Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the last two Vox Machina videos before we react to the show, which is now releasing at 3 a.m. I figured it probably was. I got my hopes up. I started reading things that made sense. The thing that made me think it was going to release at 7 o'clock today was a lot of websites were saying the same thing you guys were saying in the comments. A lot of Amazon content is released at 7 o'clock Eastern time, our time, because of GMT time. So many different sites were saying that and unconfirmed as to whether or not it was right. And then a bunch of you wrote in the comments, you all got emails saying it was going to be 12 a.m. Pacific time, meaning midnight Pacific time, midnight California. That means 3 a.m. here for me. So it is 6:45. It's 15 minutes away from what I thought was going to be the dropping of all 3 episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina. But because it's not, I'm going to do 2 more videos, and then we're going to take a nap and then get up at 3 a.m. to watch all 3 episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina. The 2 videos I'm going to do, I told you guys earlier I was going to do the ad bits thing for Sam Riegel. I'm also going to do the campaign 1 character intros. I think it says it's from episode 13 or 14 from the campaign, but people told me it won't spoil what I'm going to see in the actual show. It'll only help me understand the characters better and learn more than I already have, I guess. But either way, we're going to do that too. But first things first, we're going to jump into this. This is Sam Riegel ad bits. Now, here's the thing. I saw a video that was 5 hours and 36 minutes of Sam Riegel's ad bits. It was 100 of them. 100 of Sam Riegel's ad bits, 5.5 hour video. I also found 2 best of Sam Riegel ad bits. I saw one from 2 years ago and one from 10 months ago. Both were posted by a channel called Critical Role Between D&D. I've seen them pop up a lot. I don't know if they're affiliated, but they do a lot of things involving Critical Role. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to watch the top 3. If I just do the top 3, it's 10 minutes. So I'm just going to do the top 3. If I want to go back later and add more, I can. I could do separate videos. I'll break it up into parts. Let's start here. I'll do the top 3. I mean, it's this person's opinion. It could be a million different top 3s. So I'm just jumping in because I want to see what we got to work with. I've only seen his D&D Beyond pitch, and it was done very well, and they obviously got a lot out of it because there was an animation they used for everything. So I hope it's not one of the top 3 because I've already seen it, but if it is, maybe we'll see more. I just hope I get 3 fresh new ones. We're going to jump into that. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited reactions, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives. The Legend of Vox Machina will be out ASAP when I do it at 3 a.m. It'll be the first thing I drop on Patreon after I watch. Link is at the end for Patreon. If not, here we go, guys. This is the top 3 Sam Riegel ad bits for Critical Role. Name that D&D character contest. I like that they have the music in between. And it's
to celebrate, I'm going to personally be giving away 1 copy of this book to either Travis, Liam, or Marisha. But they have to compete for it. Here's the rules. I'm going to give you a race, class, and character description, just like that you can do on D&D Beyond, and all you guys have to do is come up with the name of that character. Laura, Taliesin, and Matt will be the judges.
This was like a contest for the audience?
Right?
Who did
You
this?
just have to come up with a name for this character. Ready?
Or is it them just doing it
now? A
now?
male stout halfling swamp druid who only wears a diaper made out of kelp and loves to wild shape into manatees. Liam, what is the name of that character?
Twill Pillikins.
Okay. Marisha, what is the name of that character?
Squall's Squatlock.
And Travis?
Merkin Dullbringer.
Merkin Dillbringer.
Judges, who wins?
I don't know if you guys know what Merkins are. I do.
Easy win.
Merkin into a swamp druid was too
That was
easy.
you,
Merkin.
Liam, until he brought out the Merkin.
I enjoy this. Is this going to go on for a while?
The next one is a male tabaxi bard with an electric guitar who constantly plays K-pop songs and has a runny nose. What is his name? Liam O'Brien.
Bathtub Stealth Cat.
Marisha Ray. Oh yeah, sorry, 3 names.
Bathtub Stealth Cat?
Molly Squawk, the J-pop.
Yeah, okay. Travis?
Pubert Pimple Pop.
Ooh, judges.
I got bribed.
I don't know why Marisha kept trying to go. I feel like she already had 3 names.
Travis again.
I'm purchasable.
All right, one more.
I don't know. I feel like Liam's might have been the winner. Hey, where's the ad, though?
Kenku paladin with no arms or legs.
What's a Kenku?
It's a bird. It's a
Okay,
I didn't know what that is either.
Shut up.
who worships the lobster-headed god Blipdulpulp.
Yes.
and is a real god,
Yeah,
and
it
is
is.
dragged around by a pack of reindeer. Liam, what is the name of that character?
Dagon Henry Kissinger.
And he's like so straight-faced until he just left there.
Mannequin Badis.
Ooh, that's good.
Mannequin bodies.
Phil McCracken.
Judges. Liam.
We use that all the
Liam
time.
gets 2 points.
I have to give it to
2
Travis
points.
just because
Marisha
we use Phil McCracken all the time. There was a guy that used to run the business that we used to work for named Phil. And he had a friend that had a funeral home called McCracken Funeral Home. So we used to call him Phil McCracken.
That was good.
That got weird.
I don't know how that was an ad, though. Sam roasts Liam and Ashley. I really enjoyed it, but I don't know how that was ad
It's all
related.
about accuracy,
I don't understand
right?
that one, but all right.
They can handle the stats for
I also
you. They
picked
can
this image
handle,
because I love the
calculating
cock light.
damage, adding bonuses, ability checks, all that stuff. It's super duper accurate. Something that I, Sam Riegel, as a candidate for president, am hyper focused on accuracy. But a couple
Do
of
they
weeks
select him to
ago,
do this, or does he willingly
my
just want
opponents,
to do this all the
O'Brien and
time?
Johnson, said some slanderous things about me that were not accurate. And I wanted to set the record straight tonight. Ashley Johnson said that I had lily white hands that had never worked a day in their lives. Inaccurate. It's at least not the whole picture. The whole picture is my entire body is as doughy as Val Kilmer in a funnel cake factory.
Is he gonna make fun of himself? I thought he was
She accused
actually
me of
gonna
looking
like
a
make
donkey wearing a
comments.
Jeff Goldblum mask. Also inaccurate. My face is much more like a Steve Buscemi Halloween mask that has melted in the backseat of your Kia. Johnson
Why
said
is
that
he
my
roasting
smile made you want
himself?
to drown yourself in hot goat piss. Not accurate.
Oh
It's my
my
voice
God.
that makes you want to drown me out with a stereo mix of Limp Bizkit and Michelle Wolf.
Oh,
The members of the
that's what I was
O'Brien
gonna say.
Johnson
He's like,
campaign build themselves as honest, nice D&D players. But if we're being accurate, Liam isn't nice. He's an authoritarian party pooper whose characters are darker than the last episode of Game of Thrones and sadder than a double feature of Flight 93 and Requiem for
I
a
feel like
Dream.
Sam is too nervous. He's slipping over his words. I feel like he's too
His voice is so
nervous.
shrill, it's like listening to an ASMR video of someone sandblasting a litter of puppies.
Nasally drawn, but go on.
I don't understand
Her
the roast. They're like
character is-
roasting
I
each
mean,
other
does
for some
she
reason.
Even know she's missed. She's missed so many games. It's more games than Michael Vick and Tanya Harding combined.
Oh my God! Both of which
Hey,
were
at least she missed
suspended
them
for.
for a good reason.
I was gonna say
Her
suspended
hit
for
show
horrible
Blind
reasons.
Spot is seen by literally hundreds of people every week.
Oh my God! I saw it. I used to
When does
watch it.
air, by
I
the way?
watched
Is it
Blind
still
Spot.
3 a.m. Wednesdays between infomercials for eyebrow implants
3
and a towel that
a.m.
absorbs
I gotta wait up
solid
till 3
waste?
a.m.
But I'm not here to roast Ashley. Oh my God. I mean, let's be honest. She is America's sweetheart. How could anyone dislike someone who has more Oshkosh Bagosh overalls in her closet than Michael Jackson did?
Oh my God! Sam is ripping. But like, I must have missed something. Wow. What is the roast about? I
Liam,
get
on
the
other
roast.
hand, is totally fair game. His character choices are so emo. Damian Rice called and said that they were too heavy. His monologues are more emotionally depleting than the discography of Dashboard Confessional. Liam could have single-handedly funded our Kickstarter if he didn't have so many traffic tickets from searching himself on Tumblr while driving.
I only killed one kid.
Oh my
Danny always
God!
advises me,
Sometimes
I
I
don't need to
can't
go
tell
low
if they're
in this election
insulted,
to
and then
win.
it gets
No, I'm
darker.
gonna win the way I won my Emmy, by porking an executive at a trophy company. And that is accurate.
I enjoyed that. Was a good one.
America.
Oh, it hurts.
Okay.
He's good when he's flowing, but he was slipping up a little bit in his words. Sam's impressions of the cast. So the D&D Beyond campaign isn't one of the top 3. I also have no idea what this has to do with ad bits. I thought it was going to be like ad
And I
campaigns.
thought, who
I
better
could
to
be
impersonate
insane.
than the people right here at this table? So I won't be reading these talking points. Maybe Matt will. PAX Unplugged is this. I can't see. I didn't rehearse this.
That looks pretty funny if he
PAX
opens his mouth
Unplugged
really
this
wide.
weekend. Fuck! PAX Unplugged is this weekend, and D&D Beyond will be there. So bring your sickles and long flowing hair, because D&D Beyond will have tables set up outside of the Adventurers League gameplay area. Come and say hi. Oh, but take it away,
I want to hear if he's good at like any of their voices.
I love sports games, and guess what? D&D Beyond will be running a role-play roulette
Well,
one-shot
clearly he's not trying to
on
do
the
their
PAX
voices.
main stage, which is kind of like football. Yuck, yuck.
So he made Travis some insane hick, basically.
So like,
Oh my god. Is Marisha gonna be like a ditzy valley girl?
you can get more information about the one-shot on unplugged.paxsite.com or whatever.
I'm very curious to see what their voices are gonna be like
It's
now.
weird being next to all these.
Liam's is probably gonna be interesting too. I feel like he's gonna rip on Liam the worst.
Liam will take over.
He gets a shaved head Liam.
The one-shot game description is, want to know what happens when a group of D&D luminaries come together to play completely random characters? So do we. Come join the fun as players create characters.
He's
at the
like
table
so
during the
monotone,
event.
like I guess that's
D&D
kind of how
Beyond's
Liam is.
randomized feature to improvise their way through classic Dungeons and Dragons adventure. The event will
That
be
one
from
looks
1:30
like
to
the most like
2:30
it's actually
Eastern
talking
Time
if
on
you had to pick
Saturday.
one. Obviously none of them do.
Next one. And look, it's Sam.
I feel like the bet. Oh my god! Look at the one.
Look at me. I need constant attention.
I love the faces he picked for some of these.
Also, D&D Beyond launched their
Look
new
at
show,
Matt's
Heroes of the Veil this week. Join DM Mike Merles with players TJ Storm, Todd Kendrick, Shelly Manzanoble, and more in this new show set in the Natir Vale.
I don't know if he's
I'm
intentionally
an
doing it, but
egomaniac.
hugging the corner like that made it that much
Laura
better.
has to add on to that.
Oh God! Why?
Oh, check out Heroes of the Veil. Why would she be British?
I don't know.
Check out Heroes of the Veil every Wednesday at 2
And why
p.m.
is her
Pacific
tongue
on twitch.tv/
Oddly sticking out all the
D&D
time.
Beyond. And follow at D&D Beyond for more info.
Oh, I forgot
My
to turn on the
dice addiction
subs.
is
No, wait, why is there
becoming
no
a problem.
subs?
And finally, last but not least,
I was like, why are the subs not there?
Tallison says, he says, non bagno te, bagno il tue cuore, c'è sempre più tu mio posse
Is that-
amare, semper parere D&D
That sounds like
Beyond.
Khal Drago stuff. What is it? Dothraki. Greek legend? That sounds like Dothraki kind of language.
That was,
I mean, that was definitely enjoyable. All right, guys. So obviously they're all funny. It's Sam Riegel. He is one of those guys. He even made fun of himself when he was roasting everybody. He made fun of himself a bunch of times. He made fun of himself at the end as well. How he's saying he just is a seeker of attention, let's say, to put it nicely. And he understands what he is, but he also is that guy. So he's going to do these things. I don't know what this had to do with ad bits. It's called the top 10 ad bits. Would that not mean advertisements? I was afraid I was going to see the D&D Beyond one because it's an advertisement, but instead I didn't see any advertisements. That was a little odd in itself. I thought I was literally going to see infomercials or pitch ideas. You see sometimes YouTubers will get sponsored by a product. I thought it was going to be like that, where they got sponsored by products and that was Sam's job. Sam's job was to do ad campaigns or pitches for it. Maybe that is what he does. And I misunderstood, or I don't know, because I'm seeing this. This is a channel I see pop up all the time. Like I said, Critical Role between D&D. He had a lot of top 10s, and it's called Sam Riegel Ad Bits. So don't ask me why, but it still was enjoyable. I'm not regretting that I saw it. I just am not clear on why it's called that. Regardless, it seemed like a lot of the most popular ones, or the top 3 right now, is Sam ripping on himself and other people. He was like mimicking the cast, doing impressions. I thought he was going to have like ridiculously good impressions. He basically just roasted everybody and made fun of them, gave them totally different voices than their characters or their actual voices. He kind of just winged it and did whatever the hell he wanted, but it was still funny. The faces that he got, the images that he got printed out, the mouths and everything. I don't know what he did intentionally and how much was actually like improv. But most of these people are extremely talented people. They could do anything and make it funny. I enjoyed it. I was trying to find where it connected to advertising, but by the end I realized, hey, it's not. I just got to go with it and enjoy it for what it is. And it's basically just Sam Riegel at his best. All I know is I had to bring in Cock Lightning with something, and I figured a Sam Riegel video made sense. I'm going to jump into the introduction of the Campaign 1 characters. It's a 13-minute video. It tells the background of all the characters. I don't know if any of that will spoil The Legend of Vox Machina, which we're about to jump into in several hours, but I figure, hey, what the hell? It's 13 minutes. How much could it ruin? Maybe it'll prepare me for things I'm about to see. I feel like enough people told me to watch it that it can't be too spoilery, so I'm going to jump into that. You guys want to see more of what I do, full-on edited reactions, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives. Patreon link in front of me. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.